It's all on the line for the Molten Classic. La Salle of Pasadena and Long Beach Poly. Two outstanding teams have run the table in the tournament. They're both 4-0, both with semifinal victories earlier today. We expect a high-octane match. My name is Randy Rosenblum, set to call the play-by-play here at the Tim Sweeney Gymnasium on the campus of Lakewood. Working with Darren Preston. Darren, your thoughts on this title tilt?
Well, Long Beach Poly, it was interesting to watch them come back earlier today from 2 sets down. They've had all day to rest up. They've had a little bit more time, fresher legs perhaps than La Salle, although they did have to play one more set than La Salle. So we'll see what happens. I do like the size and the block and the middle presence of Long Beach Poly. I do think La Salle is a little undersized. They're going to have to, again, continue to win the serve-receive game and get some pin hitters going early if La Salle is going to have a chance tonight.
I think the intriguing matchup is in the middle with Ashley Lee, a brilliant freshman player. She wears number 18 in blue for the Lancers out of Pasadena, California, going up against some great middles.
And specifically,
that's and Riley McGinnis.
And specifically, that might be the case as Ashley Lee goes. Maybe so goes La Salle in this particular match.
Also have a terrific hitter, number 3, Chloe Howell. So it figures to be a tremendous championship match. Best 3 out of 5. Last year, Redondo Union won the title, so we will have a new champion in 2019. La Salle about to put it in play, and doing the honors is Ali Perez, a junior setter, and we are underway. The roll shot is a perfect one for Famawina.
And she got hot as the morning progressed this morning. Her and Brown were the two, without question, the two reasons why Long Beach Poly was able to win that match.
Well, we didn't see this young lady in the morning. Grace Abdu, the libero, a senior, and she starts her day with an ace. 2-0. So Abdu with the white jersey as the libero. And another ace. 2 in a row for Grace.
It's kind of 3 soft touches by Long Beach Poly, and they've capitalized every time, so clearly not a good start for La Salle.
That one's hit long by Chloe Howell. 4 love for the Jackrabbits. This tournament's been around for over 30 years. Sonny Okamoto, tremendous job organizing the tournament. And again in 2019, this tournament is run flawlessly. Another hitting error, this one from El Harity, 5-0, and immediately a timeout taken by the Lancers and their head coach, Sherry Iwatani, in her second year. So a tremendous beginning to this match for Poly. Now, Poly finished 4th in the tournament a year ago, so this certainly could be a great upgrade for them.
Yeah, and certainly some of these kids a year older now, and like you mentioned, getting a couple of extra players in the lineup that were not here earlier in the tournament is going to help. And up until this morning, we're not tested at all in this tournament, so it's a great start for the Jackrabbits.
The libero of La Salle, Vanessa Ramirez, she wears number 4. Pink jersey is sensational, covering the court. That one hit the antenna. It's a point for La Salle. Anaya's kill attempt is the first mistake by the Jackrabbits.
That's exactly what I was going to say. First mistake on the set. Got the hitter at an awkward angle, reaching back over her shoulder.
Crystal Ramirez serving, not related to Vanessa, but has the identical last name. Quick attack in the middle by Brown is played. And Lee is roofed by Kaya Brown.
Boy, and that's Lee, who's got several inches on Brown, who's been effective all day as well. And Brown just picking up the momentum from that remarkable comeback this morning.
Kelsey Porras, the serving specialist for Poly. No communication and a complete breakdown, and LaSalle a shaky beginning.
Yeah, you know, I'd like to give Long Beach Poly credit, and I do, but this is right now, Randy, more about Cypress, or excuse me, more about LaSalle having problems on their side of the net.
There's the Terminator, Chloe Howe, the 5'9" junior, all-conference performer for this team from Pasadena, California, LaSalle. They went to the CIF Division Final, Division III in 2017, where they lost to Sierra Canyon. Quality program. That one did not clear the net for Raquejo. Now Raquejo took her SAT earlier this morning, so this is her first workload today. She's a senior that's getting interest from some Big West schools. 7-3 Poly. LaSalle settling down. Give the Cal and a smart kill to Carly Kamar going down the line.
So a couple of nice points for LaSalle with Lee in the back row.
Cross-court winner is in there nicely for Anaya Cutler. 5'7" opposite side hitter, the senior for the Jackrabbits. They've doubled the arithmetic early on against LaSalle. 8 serving 4. There's that big wall getting up. Point still alive. Long Beach has that mountain of energy and size in the front row. Still alive off the basketball bankboard up on top. And there's that block. Cutler and Brown.
Yeah, Brown's got an incredible presence. Not a tall middle, but very active and a difference maker.
Lead is 5. Hal tipping. Cutler with a nice dig. That's Ramirez hitting from the deep court. Remember, she is their libero. And Raquejo bombing away. Point Poly. So Abdu and Raquejo, who both took their SATs this morning for the Jackrabbits, starting this second match of the day. The championship of the Molten Classic. Going down the line, and that's a winner. Pure winner for Chloe Howe. Carly Kamar. Second season of action for the Lancers to serve, the senior. An out ball, and it's 11-5 Poly. Can't make those kind of mistakes against this powerhouse.
No, and LaSalle's had plenty of them in set number 1.
Thrilled you're with us at the Tim Sweeney Gymnasium. It's a hot arena. There's no air conditioning in here, and it can physically take its toll on you if you're not in shape. But these players in great shape. Raquejo didn't clear the net. Point LaSalle.
Nice block that time. Right side.
All in the black uniforms. LaSalle in blue. They go to Rakeo again, and she scores. That lefty's impressive.
It's a deep team. They have many options, the Jackrabbits do. They have size, a lot of power, not many weaknesses on this Long Beach Poly team.
This is Pearl Newlian, serving specialist. Wears number 4 for Poly. And she comes in and serves an ace. The lead has been stretched to 7, 13-6. This is quite a bulge in the championship match to start. That tip is wide, and another point for Poly.
La Salle with one timeout left. I think she's going to use it here.
Timeout on the floor, 14-6. Jackrabbits opening set championship match of the Molten Classic. Well, we have Alex Brown's entire family to our right. So far, we haven't seen number 16. She's not related to Kaya Brown, their middle. But at some point, we expect to see Alex Brown, another fine hitter. You were talking about the depth of Long Beach Poly, and Alex is another good player.
Yeah, I mean, they have about, 10 players right now sitting on the bench, and they all, are very useful, as we saw this morning. So it's just a deep team and very talented all the way around the court.
Pearl's been serving well. (14-6). That one's from the middle and well executed by Dag Din. Dag Din, middle blocker, 5'9", very aggressive player who's quick. And they like to go to her on those quick attacks. 7 serving 14, a football school. Of course, this Long Beach Poly team heralded for football. And the great Willie McGinnis is in the house watching his daughter. And on cue, there is Riley McGinnis.
Nice time to mention that.
Had it planned all along.
Yeah, just another component of this incredibly tough Poly middle team. And it's just going to be tough for La Salle to match up against that today.
Rakeo with the net serve. Poly is sailing along. Very impressive. Really not a bump in the road so far in this opening set. It's all about the Jackrabbits. Fama Wina. That is a 15-year-old outside hitter, 6'2", just a sophomore, won't be 16 until December 21st. Abdu, the libero, serving. Anaya goes down the line, pretty play.
Yeah, and again, they know how to place the ball. It's not always about power. Find the wide open far corner over there.
Cammie's older sister, Aleva, is a middle blocker at Long Beach State, sophomore. Former Jackrabbit, performing for Joy McKenzie in the 49ers. And again, a ball that doesn't clear for Harity, and another point for Poly. And the first set is a rout for the Jackrabbits.
Yeah, we knew La Salle would have their hands full in this match, and now you got to kind of figure out what to do in set 2. I mean, something's got to change, and I think it starts with something like that. For example, you got to keep that ball in play and limit those unforced errors. That's clearly a point La Salle could have had.
Yeah, Kamar with the hitting error, and the lead is ballooned to 11. 19-8. There's one that served long, but at this point it really doesn't much matter. Polly leads by 10. Bob McCall working our production today. My name's Randy Rosenblum with the voice of Southland College Volleyball, Darren Preston. In a long day of volleyball, our crew's done a wonderful job covering these matches. There's an ace serve from Crystal Ramirez. Maybe that'll get the Lancers going.
Yeah. So here we see the defensive specialist on the court for Long Beach Poly, who is in there as libero this morning.
Going cross court, Famawina. Yeah, the 49ers have brought in a young lady that performed very well earlier today in Michaela Iamaleava. 20-10. Poly by a healthy margin as Kelsey Porras puts it in play. That serve is wide. Some serving mistakes, but again, for Long Beach Poly, at this point, it's not going to matter.
Yeah, a lot of times we've talked about this. Service errors are about when they are happening. And yes, you don't want too many, but once you start to get late in the set and it's a tight set, you really don't want them to happen. But obviously with this 10-point lead, you can afford a service error too and really start to practice your serves and really go for them with some speed.
Ashley Lee returns the favor. 3-point and a side out for Long Beach Poly. Just 4 points from the opening set. There's the power of Chloe Howe. She is the best hitter on this LaSalle team. 12 serving 21. Back behind the line is Carly Kamar. Too much power, too much quickness from Kaya Brown.
So she's not only a middle blocker, right? She's also a middle hitter. So you got a dual threat up there. You have other options other than the pins. You go to the middle and she could get you defensively and have a great presence offensively.
Another winner for Howell. She's warming up. Well, the good news here for LaSalle is they're starting to steady and play a little bit better. They're not going to win this set, but looking ahead, they're performing better. Overpass. And a kill, beautifully done by Justine Dagdagdin. 14-22. And LaSalle serving. Another error, this one from Howell.
And a lot of this first set, right, has been about keeping the ball on the court. And, you know, LaSalle has not done that nearly as consistently as Poly has. And I'd be interested to see if, you know, LaSalle just keeps the ball on the court with their serve and their hitting. You know, I think they could certainly tighten things up and have a shot.
Poly raced out to a 5-0 lead before LaSalle was forced to use a timeout. It really hasn't been a competitive set. There's a better job by Harity driving it through the block. (15 serving 23 with the talented Vanessa Ramirez serving. The lefties are out in force. Here's a righty who can bomb away out of the backcourt. Famawina. Set point Poly at 24-15.
Yeah, they've just run a very quick offense throughout this first set. I've seen opponents in this tournament have so much trouble keeping up the speed and physicality of the Jackrabbits.
Yeah, number 6, Kristen Yu out there, a lefty. She didn't play earlier today.
Great pickup there.
This is set point for Poly. And they'll have a swing for the set. And it's hit long by Riccio.
Too bad there for the Jackrabbits. Incredible back row play by them. Just the swing from the back row, they couldn't connect.
Set point number 2 for Long Beach. The Jackrabbits on the doorstep of winning the set. Famawina. There was not a touch.
Yeah, I agree with her.
For LaSalle.
I initially thought that there was a touch there. I agreed with her. They were pretty adamant about it, but Mel Cayetano right there, the up ref.
Well, Lillian McGrath very comfortable with a 7-point lead. Another set point, number 3. And Riccio and Anaya, those two lefties on the floor. That was Anaya that put it away. And the Jackrabbits win the opening set 25-17, the championship match of the 2019 Molten Classic.